28 minutes, 45 seconds on the clock. Julian Wilson, Pat Gudauskas, and Deivid Silva in the lineup. And what a heat we just witnessed. And by the looks of the lineup of this next heat, the firepower will continue.
Crazy results, a bit of a hassle here to kick things off, and have a look at that.
Yeah, I like to see heats start with a paddle battle and a barrel. A triple barrel for Julian Wilson. So the paddle battle pays off for Julian Wilson, sitting in that yellow Jeep Ratings leader jersey.
Wow.
Nonetheless, Julian starting strong.
How did he get around Pat Gudauskas? Pat Gudauskas could have pushed him a little deeper. As you can see, Julian stalling, pulls in that first section, gets a bonus section through that end and sneaks out. Very similar to a little backdoor pipeline wave. And we all know Julian Wilson's very familiar with that. One of the best tube riders in the world, you'd have to say.
I agree. And kind of underrated.
The intent that he has. Deivid Silva on his backhand as well. This kid's done some damage in the past. Counted for Matty Wilco last year. Up and over the top. You can see that backwash starting to come into play, Chris. And then watch this last maneuver here. Bang, there's that backwash again, and he goes down. He always comes out there with a great result that kickstarts his year. Paddy G, opening wave, stalling for the tube. A little bit of a cover up. And you can see a little bit more bounce, a little bit more lump and bump on the face due to that tide, but Paddy G navigating that well and brings it all the way through the inside. So solid on his feet.
Rock star of this country, Gabriel Medina. So he'll be on the beach for a couple of hours. The fans are not going to set him free anytime soon. Here we go. Pat Gudauskas straight up into the lip with a wild flyaway wipeout. Gudauskas never one to hold back.
No, absolutely going for it.
I think that was kind of a split-second decision. Don't do it. Silva on his backhand. Big whipping vertical snap, follows it up with a second. All the way to the beach. I mean, that was his bread and butter turn. Goes down on that final snap. You know, again, just kind of great surfing, clean, but when you're going up against Julian Wilson and Gudauskas, you really have to, you know, be explosive. You have to show the judges something different.
You know, you look at what Miguel Pupo did, picking the right ways, but also choosing the right turns. Good start to the wave. Draw it off the bottom and then just hooks into it, but you've got to finish on your feet as well. I think, you know, the judges have been very, very critical this year with completing your rides.
Well, we know, you know, I've seen Deivid Silva throw together some pretty incredible combinations. He's going to have to go to the air, I would say, mix it up a little bit. Here goes Julian Wilson. Great combo. It's like a line. You see snap, float, turn, all in one lateral line. You know, nothing wasted in between. A lot of flow, you know, in that wave.
Border surfing, you can watch as he gets nice and low off the bottom, crouches down, and it really just gives him so much speed to then hit that lip and spring into action. So
that was so cool.
So smooth.
3 in a row, so quick.
Yeah, exactly. You don't need a long wave to post a good score, do you? I mean, you can fit a lot in a short space like Julian, but make it look clean, make it connected, make it look, everything look like it's there for a purpose.
And Deivid Silva now takes off right in the pit, straight up on the attack, whipping that machete around for a third turn, and that third turn has been the thorn in his side throughout this entire event, yet to complete a wave from the outside all the way to the inside.
Yeah, and it's hurting his score. Beautiful wave here, though. First turn, nice and vertical, and I think that's the point of difference that the goofy footers have out here today. Get that board straight up and down, 12 o'clock, so to speak, and then just lose the fins. Just lost the fins out the back there.
And it looks like having a paddle. It's going to be Pat Gudauskas. Cranks it off the bottom. Opts for kind of a snap float. Has to get himself over a hump. So again, Pat Gudauskas on this wave, dealing with a little bit more wonk than the waves that Julian and Silva have gotten. When I say wonk, I mean that kind of lumpy stuff that's coming up the face, which makes it really hard to keep that rail engaged.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and then you throw the excitement that Paddy G has. You know, sometimes the maneuvers can be just a little bit off. Why? Because you're trying so hard.
Kind of going for that eights or lates mentality, meaning he wants it all. But this wave was fighting against him.
Yeah, I mean, you can see they just mistimed that first turn, and then it kind of went flat on him. So missed opportunity on the opening section. I'm being very critical here at the moment, though, and you can see that little bump and lump that you talked about. And Paddy G just bringing this one through the inside, looking for a 6.51 to get himself up into that number one spot.
7:25 to go. It's going to be Julian Wilson Opting for the tube, driving, coming through clean. Julian Wilson now gets on the open face with a late hit. Did all the hard work to get through that barrel. The backwash came up and kind of launched that lip up at the wrong time, so Julian has to react. He goes down. Nicely done, though, on the tube, on the takeoff. That was a long barrel.
Nice barrel, yeah. Let's have a look. This is going to be a great angle for Julian. Let's have a look. Pulls in nice and clean, untouched. Little bonus section at the end there. So we talk about Julian's tube riding prowess. He's one of the best at it, and then a little bit off balance there with that backwash. But is this going to better his 5.0? I think maybe just. If he had he finished this off, I mean, you can see how that wave was just warping and changing shape due to that backwash, and kind of threw him off balance a little bit right now. It's one of the best feelings in the world too. That's why we all surf, is to get that barrel right. It's one of the most sought after maneuvers in surfing.
Speaking of that, having a look at the barrel, it was Silva, but he's going to opt out, go straight up into the lip, winding up, taking the high line, trying to find his section. He does. Perfectly placed backside whip from Silva, another. And this time, Silva finishes it with authority. 5:30 to go. The first fully completed ride for Deivid Silva. And now he's making that decision. Jet ski, do I run around? All right, he's going to take the ski.
Yeah, let's have a look at the wave here. Kind of tried to slide into the tube there and decided not to. So he goes around the section and then unloads a couple of nice turns. Didn't really connect with that first one. And this is where it really stood up for him. These were the best turns of the wave there. Beautiful snap. And he comes around again and fits one more turn in. So built his points towards the end of that wave.
Julian Wilson now eyeing the section. Quick snap. Flying down the line. Straight into the air.
Ooh.
Gets the spin. Comes down on the lip. And here he is again. Could be a little bit more of a positional play for Julian as he makes his way down the line. But watch out. He's got a ramp to work with. Goes for the front three. Gets the nice revert out. And he'll be now making the decision. Keen to go. Julian Wilson. Looks like he's going to take this win here. Nice battle from Silva. His backhand is looking sharp, powerful. Watch out for Silva in the second round. Gudauskas is going to have to switch his game up just a little bit to react. Maybe wave selection was the kind of the final call there for Gudauskas. But we know what he's capable of. And he'll be coming back strong in that second round.